Come on. Alright. Hi, I'm Sailor Mars Ray here, and today I'm gonna talk about, this one thing I think it needs to be talked about. Alright, so what is it? Alright, so you have these folks who, and oh yeah, we talked about this many times, but you have these folks out here who, I don't know, for whatever grounds, they hate. Well, talk about that many times. Alright. So, let's see. Do I have. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Not really truly sure, but. Alright, what am I even talking about? Well, I can't. I'm frightened to talk about it? Alright. So, you got these folks on YouTube, probably over the world, not just only on YouTube, who we all know they hate the English offshoot of Sailor Moon. Yeah, they do. And I've talked about it many times, and I'll probably always go on to, talk about it. So, um, yeah. So, alright. Yeah. And I don't see the grounds for it. No, I truly don't. I mean, for whatever grounds, they just hate it for every grounds, and I think it's just nitpicking. I think they're just picking on things they want to hate when they really can't seek anything to hate. Well, they'll say, oh, well, it's not flawless. No, nothing in this world is flawless, never saying that. But you folks always seem to seek things to bitch about that most folks wouldn't bitch about. Like, first it goes to the show playing, or the show players who boisted us, or spoke for us, or talked for us. That's something to bitch about? Oh, that's not the way I thought the South Hood would sound like. Well, how did you think the South Hood would sound like? So you bitched about that, which that's just laughable. And then you bitched about the names being shifted. Oh no, don't shift out the Japanese borrowed names for Latin and Hellenic borrowed names. Oh no. Yeah, well, some of you folks out there might be good at those borrowed names, those Japanese borrowed names, and know how to say them and know how to write them and all that shit. But a lot of folks at that time, and there probably are still some folks in this world, that aren't really good with outsider names. At least those outsider names. So you bitched about that. And then somehow, some way, you bitched about stead names being shifted, strike and hit names being shifted. Man, you folks got all kinds of things. You bitch about all kinds of things. Then you bitched about what ended up being one following becoming two. You know, geez, you all behaved like Deacon Pioneer and Cloverway made some kind of sin again, some kind of sin when it came to live drawings or drawing films. Which at the end of the day, I don't think they did. You know? you all go out there and talk about how good the Toei one was. But hey, if it wasn't for Toei giving Deke the deal to work with the English one, you wouldn't even know what Sailor Moon was to even be bitching about it today. You know? And then you all talk about how, oh, the Viz one is good because they got everything. Well, keep in mind, if it wasn't for everyone, if it wasn't for the followership that Sailor Moon had, there would have been no Viz one. You know? So, yeah, all you folks talking about how, oh, I can speak one or more speech. Yeah, you bitching about how it's in English, you know, the speech that we're speaking right now, and that I would bet you that a lot of folks, that's the only speech they know. You know? And some of you folks out there are going to bitch about that. You know? Which makes no sense to me. Which makes no right to me. Oh, and it doesn't end there. You know, you say the Deke one's bad, and you hate the Pioneer and the Cloverway ones. But hey, how about the Tune Makers one? I'm sure you folks would have bitched at that one. That would have been the one you bitched at. You wouldn't have been happy. It was never good enough for you. Never happy with it. But to this day, I still don't understand you fuckers and how or the things that irked you. Yeah, bitching about show playing. Yeah, bitching about names. Bitching about strike and hit names being shifted. Oh my god. And then you go out of your way to say, then you make up sagas and tales about Nako Takaguchi, I guess that's all it said. About oh, she didn't like it. Well, first off, the only thing she never liked about the light drawing was the Sailor Starlights and how they were handled. But geez, that was Sailor Stars. You know, the one that Viz got the right to put in English, but that was years later. You know, so yeah, after all these years, you folks can bitch how bad you want. You can say how bad the Deke one was, but if it wasn't for the Deke one, you would have never known what Sailor Moon was. And if a lot of you folks knew what Sailor Moon was before that, you'd be shitting yourself. Unless, unless about 11 years ago, because that's what it would have been, unless some of you folks went to the Learn Hall or the Book House, got on the interweb, and then you learned what Sailor Moon was. But then even again, you wouldn't even know what Sailor Moon was even to look it up. So, you could say how bad the Deke one is, but it wasn't for the Deke one and its flaws, which it had a lot. You wouldn't even know what Sailor Moon was. And same thing goes for Cloverway and Pioneers too. So, alright. I guess that's my bitching about Sailor Moon English offshoot getting hate. Deke, Pioneer, Cloverway. You know, not so much Viz because you folks don't bitch on that one. You know, I'm Sailor Mars Ray. Hope you like this film.